girls, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Angelica. I post natural hair videos twice a week, all about growing long, thick, healthy natural hair. So if that seems like something you might be interested in, consider subscribing. The subscription button is right down there, as well as the bell icon. Make sure you hit the bell so you get notifications every single time I post. Okay, so today's kind of like an unplanned video. My hair is, when I tell you, it is a mess. Like, even my head wrap can't go on that well. Like, it looks kind of crazy. But once you see what's under this, you're gonna be like, girl, what have you been doing? Well, if you haven't, or if you can notice, my room looks brighter than usual. I painted my entire room from ceiling to floors. Well, the base of the floors. And also, like my dresser, it's not back in my room yet, but it's missing. It's usually around here. I painted my dresser as well because I needed my room to be more white and bright and just look like this. Like it just looks better. So it's basically been like a solid 2 weeks. I have not done anything to my hair. All I've done is like moisturized and not even moisturized, like, oh girl, your hair is moisturized. No. Moisturized as in I take my bonnet off, spray it down with water, get some oil on my hands and just put a little bit on top and be like, let's hope that does something. Otherwise, my hair is in a mess. It is dry, extremely dry. It is matted. It is. This has happened more than once to me, okay? So this time I thought, why don't I share my struggles with you? I'm sure other people sometimes, maybe even if it's not as much as me, or maybe your hair just gets matted and tangled much easier. This video might help you. I'm going to show you exactly how I detangle dry matted hair. I just wanted to look slightly presentable for my intro, which is why I'm wearing this head wrap, but it's time for the big reveal. Let's take this off. And if you like my makeup and you want more like makeup kind of content, you can always let me know in the comment section below. And you can follow me on my Instagram right here where I post mostly skincare and makeup. But for now, let's get into this. Just brace yourselves because yes. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? I don't know if it looks as bad as it feels. Like, look at the shrinkage. Like, look. I don't know if you could hear that, but anyway, this is the current state of my hair. It looks like I cut it. Like, I was sweating when I was painting, and that was adding to more of the shrinkage, but like, that's the front, the side, the back. Even showing you the back is like embarrassing. Anyway, that's the back. Okay, so now that you see the crazy state my hair is, it is time to detangle. And I'm going to show you everything I'm using first off, and everything will be linked in the description box below from Amazon. So first you need a spray bottle. This is my favorite. This is my favorite bottle for detangling only because it sprays out such even fine spray that it soaks my hair in the exact same way. There's the same amount of water everywhere, so I don't have to worry that one part might be a little bit wet and a little bit more prone to breakage and another part might be a little bit dry. If you're using like the traditional spray bottle that I usually use like for spraying rice water and stuff like that, if I want my hair soaking wet and saturated, I will use that kind of a spray bottle. But if I want it damp and just soft enough to detangle without having any breakage or anything like that, then I'll go ahead and use my trusty continuous spray bottle. And then to detangle, I will be using this Moisture Miracle Aloe and Coconut Detangle and Condition Pre-Shampoo. And this is what it looks like. This is the most amazing detangler I have ever used or tried. I am yet to find a better one. I will say I'm not constantly on the lookout because I don't constantly need extreme detangling unless my hair is in this state or my hair has just come out of braids and it's slightly more matted than usual. Then I'll use this. Otherwise, I'll just use like a regular conditioner or just detangle my hair in the bathroom while I'm washing my hair. But in this state, if you need a detangler, I highly recommend this one. You could also use pure aloe vera gel, but I don't know. We just don't really agree. I haven't, you know. I just rather do this. I just rather do this. So if you're interested in this, if you've been wanting to try it, I highly suggest you try it. Not sponsored. I just love this product. And then to detangle, I will be using this brush. and I'll actually be giving it a little bit of a review as well. And this is the best tool brush. It is like a very popular brush on Amazon. I believe the popular one is called um, the Easy Detangling Brush. This is basically exactly the same thing. I'm pretty sure it's the same factory, same everything, and they just decided to change the name, but it is exactly the same thing. This is not the first time I'm using this brush. I have used it before and you've probably seen it maybe in one video. I tried to film an initial like first time review when I was using it, and I was using it wrong, so I felt like it was just going to give the wrong impression of the brush, so I'd just rather give it an actual review in this video. So I'll show you how I detangle my hair with this brush. It is amazing. It has something that you can put here to stop the teeth from moving, so it just stays still like a regular brush. But I found that I didn't like it, and it actually made my hair feel, it was painful to comb my hair with it. So that's why I'm not even gonna bother trying it in this one. I believe this is also a dupe for the Felicia Leatherwood brush. I think she was the first person to even invent this kind of a brush, at least that I have seen. It's the first brush I've seen that was similar to this one, and it is way more expensive. So I thought before I invest in something big like that, I'd rather try something like this to see how I like it. So now let's get straight into the detangling. This is what you do. Oh, also, I have my satin scrunchies. I usually use clips like these ones, but I find that when my hair is extremely matted, there's a high chance that these can snag on my hair a little bit more. So I'll only be using one of these on the section that I'm currently working on, but on the other section, I will use these satin scrunchies. These are from Makeup Revolution. But I know that lots of you are not watching from the UK, or you might not have them available. There are lots of satin scrunchies on Amazon that you can buy, like a huge pack, that are very affordable. And I'll also link them in the description box below. Enough talking, let's get to it. So, what you want to do is start by spraying your hair down. And the reason is, as you make the sections, I always detangle my hair in sections. When you make the sections, it will make it easier to part, and you won't deal with any damage or breakage just in that section when you're making the parts. Because even small movements can still cause breakage. So I'm literally just gonna go all over my hair, perimeter, around. And this is distilled water, by the way. It's really not that expensive. Just, you know, I don't know how much that is in the US. I know a lot of people, a lot of you guys are watching from there. But a bottle of water is very cheap. It's cheaper than any conditioner you can find. You probably buy a bunch of soda throughout the week. Just, if you don't have, if you have a filter or something like that, or just boiled water, you can go ahead and use that. This is bottled water. Okay, so I feel like that's a good coat on my hair, and now I'm just going to, if you can see, the water is just like sitting on top of my hair. So I'm just gonna like, let that soak in. And what I do like is that my hair doesn't actually feel extremely dry once I put the water in it. Like, it feels soft. My kind of hair, if it's like, I think spraying the water and putting a little bit of oil throughout the weeks helped a little bit, because I definitely have the type of hair that will feel dry even with water on it. Like, it doesn't feel soft or anything. So now what I'll do is focus a little bit more water just in the sections where I'm going to part it, which is the middle this way and then that way. So okay, so here I was just showing you the little twist section that I had already detangled at the back. I was so mad because after detangling the whole thing and explaining everything, I discovered that the video wasn't recording. So anyway, I put my hair into these three sections using those silk, as I showed you, using those silk scarves. And then the back section was divided into two, and I just used the clip to clip that up. So now I'm going to explain everything that I already explained that wasn't recording. So anyway, every section I was dividing it into two at the back and three in the front. So starting with this back one, I divided it into two, and this is exactly what I did to the little twist you can see hanging at the back there. First, I saturated it in water, not dripping wet, like completely wet hair. I just needed every single part of the hair to be damp so that my hair can easily detangle. You never want to detangle dry hair because it can increase breakage, it can snag more, and most of all, it will hurt. And when it hurts and you feel pain on your scalp, that means that you have been ripping hair out of your head. You are damaging the follicles on your scalp. And now I'm using that detangler that I mentioned. It's very aloe vera like. And I'm putting enough of that, like as you could see. This all depends on the thickness of your hair. That will determine how much you actually need. My hair is super thick, so I need quite a bit. So I was focusing it on the roots because that's where I had the most mats. And then I was taking it to the ends of the hair. And then as you're going to see, I'm sort of finger detangling using my fingers. Every section I will first finger detangle to feel out where there's like big mats or knots. It's much easier to get them out with your hands without snagging at your hair or causing any pain. And then I'm also pulling out the little shed hairs, and that was the little bit of hair you saw that I just showed. So now I'm starting from the ends, and you want to thoroughly detangle every single little section before you move up. So I was going ahead and going through the ends and making sure there's completely no mats or tangles. Then I would move my hand up and go ahead until I reach the roots, and you can see that the teeth are like separating and like moving along with your hair, and I think that's what really helps it not snag. It's like a cross of a Denman brush and a tangle teaser, and it's as gentle as a tangle teaser but as effective as a Denman brush. I totally love this brush. If you have been thinking of trying it, I highly recommend it. So now I'm twisting the section, and as I reach the end, because my hair is so thick it kind of fluffs up at the end, I just went ahead and brushed it again so that my hair can easily smooth down, and I went ahead and twisted that section. And once I reach the bottom, you see that I do not twist all the way down. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, I always say this. I just wrap the hair around my finger because if you twist it too tightly at the bottom, it can also lead to breakage. And your ends are the part of your hair that need the most care because that is where you see your length. So now you're watching in super speed so that we can get through this video. I don't want it to be too long. And every single thing that I did to that back section is what I'm doing to this front section. Spritz it down with water, make it damp, work the water in, add the detangler, finger detangle, and then go ahead and use my best tool detangling brush. And I will say this took me about 2 hours to do, maybe 2.5. I even lost track of time. On a regular day using this brush, it takes me about 20 minutes, but my hair was just super matted and I had to be very careful. And right now, while I'm recording this voiceover, it's been about 4 hours since I was done with detangling this hair, and I have zero pain on my scalp. Usually, after a bad detangling session, when my hair is really matted, I would feel different areas of my scalp feeling very like tender and sore, and that means you weren't detangling it properly, your tool was too harsh. Like it could be a bunch of things. I think this is the perfect routine, even if you're tender headed like me. This is the perfect routine to just make your hair feel amazing. And because I have quite a tender scalp, I am not going to wash my hair today. On a regular day, I would just wash it today, but I'm going to wait for about 2 days and then I'm going to wash my hair in these exact same twists, and I will film that for you, so don't worry, it's coming soon. So once I finished this section, I went ahead and just tied it with a silk scarf, and I put my hair in twists because I don't want the twists to get rematted and tangle with each other. So I went ahead and did the other side, and this is what my hair is looking: soft, moisturized, beautiful. So now I was just tying it all back, and that is the amount of shedding I got. It was quite a lot, but hit my face on the side of the screen if you didn't subscribe, and enjoy those videos. Bye!